Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Zestiria HD Blind. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, we have completed the Earthen Historia.
Think this is all of the Earthen Historia?
But we're still missing something crucial. How did Heldolf end up that way?
Well, he got massively malevolent from his
We know
past.
all too well what hardship he's been through.
Whoa there, Sheps. Don't tell me you're sympathizing with him.
Is it sympathy? I can't even tell.
Sheesh, Lila, this is cruel. I liked it better when he was a faceless bad guy. You can chop those to bits guilt-free.
I'm sorry.
But really, though, it's tough. How are we supposed to figure out the right thing to do?
Well, is Lila even telling Saray to find the right answer? Or...
Oh! Zavid!
Dang, sorry.
So now what? Just standing around talking like this isn't gonna solve anything.
Let's go back to see Mayvin.
Right. He's probably organized his thoughts by now anyway.
Well, I do absolutely think that, I mean, that is one of the things I will really respect about this game, is that they, and actually this is Tales games in general, they never have just a mwahaha evil bad guy. Every enemy has reasons for what they do, and I actually kind of feel like Heldolf may be one of the best ones. You know, I mean, it's like, granted this is spoilers for the other games I've played, but, you know, Van was a little crazy. Van was like, it was written in a book, and therefore I have to make it happen. Or, actually, no, that was even... Van was like, I'm going to prove fate wrong in the most absolute balls-crazy way I can. You know, Alexei was sort of the same way, you know, they were out to, you know, just destroy the entire world. At least Heldolf is like, no, look, the world's natural state is suffering. You know, the more you struggle, you're just pulling it away, but as soon as you stop tending the garden, it goes right back to this. You know, it's prolonged struggle if I don't do that. You know, I actually understand Heldolf fairly well. I don't agree with him, but I can understand him. And a lot of the other ones, I kind of felt like, you're still a little crazy to do what you're doing.
I think I'm vaguely starting to get it. There's some connection between Heldolf and the shepherd who came before me.
I see. So Lila avoided speaking about it directly by asking Mayvin the storyteller to help her out. Ouch! Damn it! That's not what you use an umbrella for!
You have no idea how the mind of a lady works.
What have you had the umbrellas used for?
Ouch! That hurts! Dang, what an ice queen. Ouch! Dang! She's not playing around!
Thanks, Zavid. We needed someone to break the tension.
Oh, I think our Rose might be in love.
Don't get your hopes up.
Aww.
Jeez, wow. All of
Let's hurry to Logren. I'm sure the old man will be waiting for us there.
Quite rare that we're ever in the same place that Mayvin is.
For sure. I mean, he's an explorer and all.
Is there any real reason why, though?
You really need to ask?
Guess there's no
He's a
point in
storyteller.
worrying about it.
Yep. Like they say, fear is often greater than something.
Greater than danger, you mean?
There's a lot of things fear can be greater than. Fear is very, very, very capable. Okay, nothing back from that one yet. I just was there, and I don't see any reason to think that... Okay, so no. Back to Mayvin, then. Nothing else I can do at the moment. And is in Logren. Hello, Mayvin. We have completed assembling your story. Now, please, enthrall us with your epic tales of worldly wisdom.
Anything?
We know that Heldolf was stricken with a great deal of pain and hardship.
It seems almost like some kind of curse.
I can see that. Bound to the curse that is eternal loneliness.
During our most recent encounter with him, he taunted Saray, preying on his emotions and trying to bait him into becoming a fallen shepherd.
Which he's
But
done before.
afterwards, he reached out to Saray and tried to convince him to join his ranks.
The
Which is
Lord
also
of
done before.
Calamity, reaching out to the shepherd.
I want to know, just what happened to Heldolf to make him the man we see today?
But that would
Interesting, you call him a
infringe on
man.
the old man's taboo.
We don't even have a clue what that really means. Maybe this is selfish of us, but still.
Is there no chance you can help?
Follow me.
Mayvin, are you sure about this?
There's no point in stories if we lose the future in which to tell them. No taboo is worth that fate.
I was gonna say, what is the point of the taboo if it stops us from actually righting the situation? Sorry guys, the image is slightly wrong. There we go. Because, like, who would set up a taboo like that? Oh, so, I mean, it's like, that also may be the entire idea of the taboo, may also be what Heldolf is fighting against. He's like, no, the world is set up in such a way that this doesn't make sense. That there can be no solution but pain. I almost feel like the actual end boss of this game is going to be whoever set up the stupid taboo, not Heldolf. Because someone's just trying to keep the wheels in motion forever. Could we not come in here before? I don't ever remember seeing this.
Check it out. That huge thing has carvings all over it.
Is this from the era of the gods? I've never seen anything like it before.
Oh boy, more fodder for our resident nerds.
Nerd!
What's that?
Yeah, I know.
To most people, this monument is nothing more than a lump of rock. However, the storyteller of time can harness its true capabilities.
The storyteller of time?
The one who
That's Mayvin.
passes stories to future generations. Stories of humans, seraphim, hellions, shepherds, the Lord of Calamity. It is my
Interesting.
clan to whom that fate has fallen.
So whenever the world is unmade,
The
it's your
storyteller
clan that
is to be a
survives in
dispassionate
order to
observer.
restart the
He
clock?
must not interfere in world events. But I am prepared to accept the consequences.
Is that an Earthen Historia?
There are more of them?
The others were fine, but this one had to be shielded from the eyes of men. So I kept it for myself.
Then this must be...
Yes, this is a record of the dawn of chaos. Come, experience the truth of the dawning of this age. Perceive the light. Perceive the darkness. Place your hands upon the monolith. Then,
I have
close
so
your
many
eyes.
questions.
Foroskus were kusaresko, wervek furiek ohish kehem omem. Do not
Well,
ponder
obviously
the
there's a
answer
procedure
now.
for breaking the pact.
Simply feel. Understand?
What happened?
Where is this? I've never seen this place before.
We're experiencing the dawn of chaos. So I suppose this would be...
Camlon, the Origin Village.
Well, might as well go on.
Undisagreed.
Well, I want to use that now, undisagreed. Interesting, but only I can move.
Pretty big crowd here.
No kidding.
General, this is absurd. How long must we keep living like this?
I am protecting you from the invasion by the forces of Highland. I'd expect you to be more grateful, Shepherd.
Doesn't look like a shepherd.
This guy's the previous shepherd?
You have occupied our village for half a year now. This isn't protection, it's house arrest.
Not to mention, the Kingdom of Highland is only acting against us because Roland's moved their army here in the first place.
Looks like they can't hear us.
The Earthen Historia shows that which has transpired.
Yeah, that makes sense. They
The
can't hear us. We
strategic
can't affect the
importance of
past.
this location cannot be overlooked just because the Shepherd founded a village here. You can trust Highland would say the same.
What, so it was inevitable?
When one considers the rise of the Highland Valkyries, yes.
So,
I've had
Highland
enough.
Valkyries, isn't that
Just
what
leave us.
the general was?
Michael, are you really okay with this? Those
Oh,
bastards are treating Lord Maltellis' shrine as their own fortress.
Michael looks a lot like Heldolf. I think that was... But I don't think his name was Michael, was it? I forget his first name, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't Michael.
Muse. He's right that Camelot happens to be a strategically crucial location, given that we're here along the northern border. An army that controls this territory can send troops to the enemy's capital at will. Their interest in our land is sad, but understandable.
Do you really trust the words of that tyrant?
They will do as they will. We must focus on what we believe in. As a lone shepherd, with no other family in the world to call his own, I vow to protect Muse and everyone else. I swear.
She's supposed to be his sister.
So the origin village was
Or
occupied
wife, she's
by
got a kid.
Heldolf.
And then dragged into the chaos of war.
Still, you can understand why neither army could leave it alone.
Is something wrong, Miclia?
Huh? Oh, well... The humans were treating Maltellus with scorn and contempt. No wonder his blessing was lost. But there's probably more to the story. Let's head towards the shrine.
Right. Obviously, they wouldn't make this entire area just to say that. Oh wow, I can run through people. I can't run through my friends, but I can run through these people. There. Now the two shepherds are one. Okay. Doing that doesn't do anything. I do like they made the individual scenes that way.
Noticed Michael led Lord Maltellus away from the capital?
No. Much more likely it's just a feint to draw out the forces of the Northern Territory. They just want a pretext to declare war.
This is absurd.
Thoroughly absurd. But that's humans for you.
You said it. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
It's interesting, because at the beginning of this, I thought these guys were talking, and then these guys start talking. There's no, like... If I didn't know their voices, I wouldn't be able to necessarily know that.
According to what the shepherd said, the shrine is full of malevolence, and the village is beginning to lose its blessing.
Hi, guys.
Oh no, is Maltellus going to become a Hellion?
Let us put faith in the shepherd. He said he would never allow that, even should it cost him his life.
But still, if the shepherd would be lost anyway, wouldn't it be better for us just to evacuate while we can?
There's no way that someone like Michael could ever do such a thing.
Right. He's the shepherd. He couldn't just abandon Maltellus and let him succumb to malevolence.
Saray.
Okay, so yeah, that's why. Michael isn't Heldolf. Michael's the previous shepherd. So this is Maltellus' shrine.
If this podunk town can serve as the key to successful conquest of the Northern Territory, then I can suffer the ire of one measly shepherd. What is it?
An enemy attack! The Northerners have arrived! No! It appears to be the Highland Army!
I will not rise to their bait. Assemble the troops. We shall retreat.
We will make no counterattack!
Would you have me throw men away on some meaningless skirmish with Highland? Don't be an imbecile.
Guess this town is destined for the scrap heap after all. Have the order to retreat given at once.
So what was the point of occupying it all this time if Highland's going to show up and you're going to be like,
about the happiness of the villagers?
This trivial
that's your
nonsense
question?
is what got the entire village wiped out?
Stop it!
Saray.
Oh my god, they actually showed the little... Okay, I guess it's not that little kid, but it's still a young girl.
What on earth is Heldolf doing?
Heldolf abandoned the village and fled.
Filthy Roland scum! Sneak into the mountains, will you?
Wow, some shepherd you are.
There's more over here.
Why wouldn't you stab? Worst army people ever.
How could this happen?
Shepherd, Muse has gone to the shrine.
What?
To beg the Roland's army for assistance.
But Heldolf's already run away.
I love how Saray also said that.
Hurry to the shrine! Right.
He ran that way, but the shrine... Is the shrine back here?
Wait, please! I understand that, as a fellow shepherd, you feel strong empathy toward him. That is normal.
Oh wow, yeah, Lila's worried that he'll turn.
Do not forget what Mayvin told us. You too, Mikleo.
I'm sorry. It's just... We can already tell this isn't going to end well.
Yeah, but we have to
We've
know.
learned more than enough here to put the pieces together at this point.
But we still need to see this through, don't we? Let's go. Right.
I still don't understand what the point of occupying the village in order to run away as soon as Highland showed up was. Unless it really was just a feint to draw the army up and then the actual army was going to attack
When you
in
add
the
in
south.
the fact that none of this is heading for a happy ending.
We all picked up on it. Mikleo, Muse, and the Shepherd all look too similar not to.
Let's go. We're very close to the whole truth.
So does that mean that... Wow, this was very recent if Michael is Saray's father.
The child! The child!
He's alive. Oh, he's alive. But... Oh my god! Now tell us. All is lost. Nautilus
Why?
has become a Hellion. And this innocent child. All due to the insipid ambitions of one man.
That must not be Saray then. Oh, that's not his wife then, that is his sister, I was right.
No! Don't! Please! Brother!
Oh, ye who brought us this misfortune, I grant thee eternal solitude!
No!
Well, that is not how I thought that would
Live
end.
now and forever in a hell of your own making. This
So the previous shepherd
is my answer.
Created the Lord of Calamity unwittingly, or possibly wittingly. But he didn't think Heldolf would be able to accomplish what he did.
Stop!
So, they anticipated our retreat. You are the Valkyries, I take it?
And this is the general, isn't it?
Lightning! General!
Because remember, basically everyone but the general got wiped out by, like, nothing.
What on earth? Stay away from us, you monster!
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. The general's immortal! Run away! I mean, I get why that would be freaky, but I don't know if the blind panic would be my answer.
So that's what went down.
So Kittybeard didn't become a Hellion. He was made one.
By the previous shepherd.
One bearing the most terrible curse there could possibly be.
And the one responsible for it was the previous shepherd.
So then,
You?
Is this the same village?
If it's not over yet, then there must be more to it.
It's not over, huh? Mikleo.
We gotta be close to the end. Shouldn't we just take a quick gander before we head back?
You look look pretty bummed out by this.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm guessing Mikhail must be the one that found Saray.
Sorry I'm not more bummed out myself, I mean.
You don't need to apologize for that.
Whenever a friend of mine is down, if I'm not feeling the same way, I always feel like maybe something's missing from me.
It's just like he said, Rose. There's nothing you need to apologize for. In fact,
yeah. Sorry.
Huh?
If anything, we should be the ones sorry for making you worry so much.
We just need
How
a little
about
more
no one
time
take
to get our
responsibility for
feelings
how
sorted
others
out.
choose to feel?
We'll be fine. You can count on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that scene was not appropriate for what we're going through right now. It would have been better not to have it. Maybe have this scene after this whole thing ends. I'm just like, This is a very, very emotional and interesting moment of the game, and then we're just going to have this, like, random, oh, I don't feel the way I should moment. I'm just, oh, shut up. Interesting, I have to go back?
My goodness. What happened?
Such thick malevolence. I feel
I'm gonna
sick.
hide over here.
Malevolence of this impossible magnitude can only mean one thing.
Oh, there's Gramps.
Now tell us.
Born far too early by the looks of it. Poor mother and child. Neither of you deserved this. Perhaps this too is fate.
Is that Saray then? But we're not anywhere near the shrine. So that wasn't the child that got sacrificed. I mean, I don't know, Gramps might have been able to bring a sacrificed kid back.
That child's human!
Are we not all the same when we first breathe this air? Save for the vessel we chance into?
But a child born so premature won't last but a few months.
Probably so.
Zenrus!
Muse!
That's the...
My goodness! What happened here?
I'm afraid there's no time to explain. We have to seal off the malevolence before it drifts into Elysia. Who's that child? Celine's? Could it be she was with child?
In order to contain Mount Tellus within this land, you would be the sacrifice to seal the path to Elysia? But Mount Tellus is using the land itself as his vessel. Even if we can trap him here, it would be no more than empty consolation.
So we know where Mount Tellus is now, and we know that Mount Tellus is a Hellion.
I understand, but even so, this is something that we humans have brought upon ourselves.
It's interesting she can see him.
I take it that the shepherd has finally fallen?
They expected it a while then.
Maybe so, but fate has blessed us with a thread of hope.
So where do these kids keep coming
You
from?
mean to say, you will raise these children to become the shepherd and his sub-lord?
For a human and a seraph child raised together, anything is possible. However,
so what did the other shepherd stab if it wasn't that kid?
on these children. I humbly accept your two small beacons of hope.
Gramps!
Zenrus, I have not the words to thank you. Farewell, my dearest child.
And she said we humans brought this on ourselves, so how did she have a seraph kid? Because she very clearly said she was human. I am so confused. She was also the shepherd's sister.
So, Saray, you were a survivor from that village.
And our boy Mickey was refashioned into a seraph.
Okay, refashioned.
So why was a sacrifice?
You can cry
that
if you want.
totally makes sense now.
Why would I cry? I'm surprised, to be sure, but I'm not sad. And now we know where Mount Tellus is. Now the only thing left is our answer.
So it...
Right.
So does this mean we found it?
I know now what path I want to take. Though I'm not sure that counts as an answer.
Very well then. Let's consult with Mayvin once more.
Hey, where'd he go?
Just a little while ago, he was activating the hidden powers of this monolith. He's probably still around here somewhere.
You're right. Let's go look for him.
This doesn't make sense. How can you sacrifice a child in order to cause things to happen? You know, in order to bring down the power to create the Lord of Calamity, and the result is that child turns into a seraphim. That does not make any kind of sense.
Come to think of it, I wonder how this monolith works. How do you think it activates the Earthen Historia?
Probably because this is an Earth Pulse Nexus, don't you think?
Earth Pulse?
I'll let Terror Firma herself do the explaining.
The Earth Pulse is a manifestation of the power of Mother Nature that permeates the Earth.
Exactly. Logren has been known for centuries as a spot where several branches of the Earth Pulse intersect.
If you're already such an expert, why call on me?
Because when you say it, it's that much more adorable.
Interesting.
So, the Earthen Historia is reacting to the Earth Pulse.
Could you repeat that in English for dumb-bums like me?
Well,
Okay, let's say instead that there's all this water bubbling up here. Then the Earthen Historia would be like a water wheel. When the wheel goes round, it grinds out the record of history, just like it was.
Of course, if he's like, can't you let her say it?
Okay, makes sense to me. But then why are the Earthen Historia behaving like a water wheel?
Probably...
I told you. The Earth Pulse is the power of the Earth.
Oh, I see. So if Maltellus made the Earthen Historia, and he's using the Earth itself as his vessel...
Then probably it's the force of his will that's making them do that.
Of course, the Earthen Historia, so of course the, like, Earth Pulses are going to activate it. Come on, guys. Use your brain, dumb bums. Military hike. Every single time I see that item, I'm always thinking of, like, girls hiking up their skirts. I get really confused. And a drop bottle. That's a bottle you can drop the beat with.
What a sad turn of affairs. There was more to it than just Heldalf and the shepherd Michael. So many factors converged to bring about that disaster.
What happened to that village was so ghastly, you can sort of see how Michael finally came to do what he did. But still, no one except maybe his closest friends ought to buy "I was in the depths of my despair" as an excuse.
Right. The actions he took that day changed the fates of millions.
That's true. It was his thoughtless curse.
I wonder if we'll fight Shepherd Michael at some point. Did he become a Hellion as well? But obviously not the Lord of Calamity.
Without the curse, old Sourpuss never would have hated the world so much. Never would have wanted it to turn into a world of Hellions.
You can't blame the people of Highlander Rollins for seeing him as a monster. But I get the sense that deep down, in his own misguided way,
yeah, that's certainly... I agree with that interpretation.
Some of the blame, too, has to go to the former shepherd for keeping secret the fact that he'd spirited Maltellus away. Because of that, folks who didn't know the true situation wound up desecrating the shrine and causing Maltellus to transform into a Hellion.
That's right. If they'd only talked about it more openly, there might have been better understanding and cooperation.
It also looks like the former shepherd didn't really trust anyone other than his own flesh and blood. To those who believed in the shepherd, I can think of no greater wound.
True enough. He may have genuinely wanted every one of them to be happy. But if he never shared this desire with anyone, then...
Regardless of Michael's circumstances,
he also never developed as a shepherd at all.
What Heldalf did was unspeakably cruel. That he would toss strangers to the wolves just to further his own interests.
None of this comes down to black and white, that's for sure.
Well, Mayvin told us just to feel and experience what had happened. We'll go tell him what we felt.
Alright, and then we'll end the episode. Guess I should technically save. Hello, Captain Mayvin.
You're back.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just wanted to make sure the monolith doesn't get damaged. Your thoughts?
No one involved was fully in the wrong, but no one was really right either. That's how it felt to me.
That's one way of putting it.
A useful understanding to reach. Now, your answer.
Saray, let us hear your answer to this.
Well, what is going on?
My answer is I want to save Heldalf. The Shepherd's job doesn't just boil down to quell the Lord of Calamity, or even clean up the previous Shepherd's mistakes. When malevolence consumes Seraphim and turns them into Hellions, we save them. Yet when it brings misfortune and grief to humans, we say they only have themselves to blame. It doesn't seem fair.
So that is your answer.
That's a really good answer.
Don't know if it counts as one. There are humans out there just like Heldalf. He just happened to play one part in a cascade of terrible events.
I'm not gonna say you shouldn't sympathize with him, but I will say it would strike me as bizarre to completely let him off the hook for the horrors he brought to such a peaceful village. And what he's trying to do now is still messed up, right?
Absolutely. It's wrong, period, and I will stop it.
But even so, you would save this man?
If I won't save humans like Heldalf, who've had Hellionhood thrust upon them, I'll never see humans and Seraphim live in peace.
I see. So then you...
really are an idiot.
Yep. Saray is Saray, and we love him for it.
That's right.
Are you gonna say Mikleo, who had Seraphim hood thrust upon him?
Mr. Teller, that what you were looking for?
For such a man, ending his loneliness would be the sole path to salvation. Do you understand?
Be his best buddy.
What that means?
Taking his life, I would expect.
Saray, can you carry that burden with you?
Indeed. That, even more than your answer, is the crucial matter.
Right. What's important now is whether you truly will not waver. Or rather, whether you truly believe in your answer and are willing to accept its repercussions.
No matter what happens, and no matter what cost.
Wait, what?
Wait, are you asking him to prove his determination in battle?
With an old man?
Bluntly, yes. In order to defeat one who has been abandoned in time, the bonds of strength must be severed. Show me how that is done.
Defeat
This
the one who
feels...
has been abandoned in time. You can't be talking about...
how to sever the bonds of strength.
So eternal loneliness is a curse, you say? It makes sense now.
Old man.
Now then, show me!
Okay. Mayvin's a person. No resistances, no weakness. A lot of focus.
Don't hold back! I certainly won't!
But even if there is a way to sever the bonds of strength...
And if we were to actually use it...
Then what would happen to you?
Do you see why it is you waver? Settle this, Shepherd!
Do not let Mayvin's conviction go to waste.
All together!
Here's the skies! Arrow squall! Here goes! Break on through! Oh, holy water! You are will! Sword flare! Let's keep it up! Whoa! Holy water! No escape! Look out! Rising waves! Flames!
Well, we kind of got him cornered now. Well, we have him cornered.
Freezing look out! Look out! Let's keep it
I was waiting for me to come back down. Ow.
Breakdown! Break on through! Split it apart! You're killing!
Well, that was a thing.
You're careless! Burst! You're careless!
You're pretty much
You're
screwed.
careless! Look out!
Ow.
Scattering crush! Here goes! Look out! You're careless! Look out! You're careless! Look out!
I am careless.
Careless! Look out! You're careless! Look out! Shatter Blistering Blades! Healing Circle! Piercing Storm!
You should go ahead and get her back up.
This is for you! Breakdown! Breakdown! Break on through! Water! My ball is ahead! Water storms you! Kill my here!
Holy crap!
Tiger Blade!
Well, that's a thing he's doing right now.
The shepherd's preparedness.
Jeebus! That was kind of terrible.
This is for you! Look out! You're careless! Look out! Ready? Here! That's it! This is for you! That's it! You're careless!
I don't know this.
That's it! This is for you! That's it! Destroy! This is for you!
God damn it, I was doing a Mystic Art.
I need a hand!
Can you please Mystic Art, sir?
That's it! This is for you!
Oh, I'm fatigued. I wonder if that's why.
This is for you! You're careless! Breakdown!
I am a little careless, actually. Panacea bottle. Get fatigue off me. There we go. Yep, it was fatigue. Alright, that did it.
What I want to see is not a mere display of strength.
Then why did you want me to fight you?
So you really are immortal?
You understand by now, don't you, the way to defeat me?
Yes. Turn my friends into attacks with wills of their own, and use those attacks to pierce through the bonds of strength.
I don't think Soray's willing to do that.
What Dazzle said he did.
Then why aren't you doing it? I'm not a Hellion. Even if you make use of that means, your friends will not be consumed with malevolence.
Because it does no good to save people by sacrificing others.
After all, to demonstrate that method upon me is tacit acknowledgement that it is your only option withheld off as well.
But Mayvin, isn't there any other way at all?
No. Even Lila's power is not enough to purify one as consumed with malevolence as he is. You should know that.
Sorey. Rose.
If you weigh lives on scales, you will falter at the crucial moment. All the more so if it is your friends' lives in question. But if you do waver, and your wavering leads you to a faulty answer, you may never recover. In this way does virtue become vice.
But if you will die for the answer you truly believe in, even failure will not stop you from rising again. What you should fear is not failure, but rather that fear itself will compromise your belief in your answer.
Lailah.
Now then, Sorey.
If you intend to make this a farce, then I shall end it. Show me, not just with words, but with the spirit of belief.
Wait.
I shall end it. Luminous Saber! It is a damn shame, Lailah. Unfortunately, it looks like they still don't understand. So, it was all for naught.
Well, that's a terrible ending of the episode.
Just a little bit more.
Please keep beating me up.
Even when they resented their own helplessness, even when they grieved for a fallen comrade, even when evil schemed to lead them astray, Sorey and his companions have pushed ever on, never losing themselves. Knowing fear, but not malevolence, they came all this way to stand here together.
You're really something.
I don't like having regrets, and I don't like giving them to other people either. Don't you forget it.
Sorey, Rose, you paralyzed or something? Going up against Hellions is already life or death. It shouldn't be new to you.
Edna. Zaveid.
It's just as they said, Rose. Sorey, do you remember what I told you? Back at Lady Lake?
That was a long time ago,
I
McLeo.
didn't come all this way just to be a liability. I said it before. Do I need to say it again? No.
If the shepherd Sorey truly believes in his answer, then surely may he bring an end to the Age of Chaos.
Then show us. Show us your answer.
Sorey!
Everyone.
You have good friends, lad.
Darn right. Let's go!
Come at me!
I need a hand! Lord of water! Look out! Look out!
I'm pressing it.
Elixir attack!
Am I supposed to do something else? Or just left button?
Blue flurry! They're resilient! Shatter to the falling stars! Mayvin! This is... my answer!
Old man!
Mayvin?
I thought I could hold out until you finished it, but...
Mayvin?
Oh, I'm so sorry it came
So
to
we're not
this.
actually going to be able to use it until we fight
You're an
Heldolf.
idiot too.
You're not wrong, but I have no regrets.
What's going on? What are you saying?
Come on!
It's because I violated the taboo.
If the user breaks the terms of the oath, the special powers granted by the oath likewise vanish.
Okay, so he's not like being killed because of the taboo, he's being killed because
us.
his extended
Please.
life is being revoked.
Do not blame Lailah. She merely did what she believed was right for all of you. And it was my decision to make as well.
I believe too.
I kind of figured something like that would happen, though, because they talked about the taboo for
and
so
in my
long.
friends. And for their sake, I will not waver in what must be done. So there will be no regrets.
It is time to say our farewells.
I promise. I'll never forget what you've told me, Mayvin. And I'll teach it to others as well.
Sorey,
You... Never did I imagine I would die with others by my side. Thank you.
I was gonna say, that looked very much like Gramps' pipe when he was using it. Although, that does leave me with a lot of questions. It's like, his answer is to use the gun? Was he actually going to use one of his friend's ammunition? Because we don't have any more bullets for it.
Yeah. Maltellus should still be there.
Let's make for Elysia first.
There should be a road there leading to Camlon. We saw Gramps come running when the village fell.
Oh, that makes sense. So Camlon was close to Elysia.
Very likely. That fits with the idea that it was a strategically important location for Highland, Rowlands, and the Northern Powers.
Yeah, good point. But it looked to me like the road to Camlon was sealed off.
Yeah, by my mother.
You can cry if...
I told you I'm not going to cry.
Looks like this is the final battle.
Let's end this.
Is it? This doesn't feel like the final battle. This feels like the battle with Maltellus. We're still going to have to do something about Heldolf, aren't we? Where am I, even? I just really need a save point there, game. There we go. Alright, and next time we look at cutting ties, because oh my gosh, this is a long episode already. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I will see you in the next one.